Splatoon's line of Amiibo may be getting 2 new additions, which the fans of the Squid Sisters will be happy to hear. The latest update contains data for 2 new Amiibo called Amiibo Idol A and Amiibo Idol B, which is obviously referring to Callie and Marie, the pop star idol duo there from Inkopolis. The latest map also alludes to a minigame that isn't currently available, and the minigames, of course, are unlocked with Amiibo, so I think the evidence is pretty clear.
Yeah, there's been a lot of dissent lately, I feel, about Amiibo being used to unlock stuff. But personally, in this case, I feel like Amiibo is a really great way to keep on expanding Splatoon, especially Amiibo for these popular characters like Callie and Marie. Because there's already been so many free updates that have kind of made it a real full, sort of more than complete game at this point. And looking at what they've done with Amiibo so far, they've never released any content that's like totally game-changing through the Splatoon line. It's all like cosmetic upgrades and fun side mini games that you can play in the lobby.
Right.
And then they tack on extra challenge levels, which are basically just remixes of the single-player stages, just as a way to unlock all that stuff.
And now they have those new weapon types, too, so, maybe the Callie and Marie Amiibo will unlock, play through the single-player stages with the splasher, the paint bucket.
Yeah, stuff that wasn't available before. And I think as a way of unlocking these kind of random cosmetic extras that maybe don't justify a paid DLC slot for the eShop, people aren't going to necessarily care about a single item that they can buy on the eShop, and maybe that's not a business model we should be asking Nintendo to pursue. But I think Amiibo is a good way to kind of throw in a little bit of extra stuff for people who are fans of Amiibo.
Yeah, totally agreed. I'd love to see like Judd and Captain Cuttlefish and stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this gets expanded even more. Like Alex said, it's a good way to add DLC. But if you look at Japan, the top 3 selling Amiibo are the 3 Splatoon Amiibo.
Yeah, that's actually true, yeah.
The Squid Sisters are just insanely popular. Nintendo just held a live concert for the Squid Sisters. Like, that's a thing. So, Splatoon is insanely popular in Japan. The Squid Sisters are insanely popular in Japan. This is just gonna sell gangbusters immediately. Totally. And, if it continues to be a money machine, especially in Japan, but internationally, then I could see Nintendo expanding it and releasing some other ones. And like Alex said, using them to unlock more content.
Yeah, you're right. I hadn't thought of it in that way, but looking at it from that perspective, I have a newfound optimism that I'll finally get my Captain Cuttlefish.
I wouldn't be surprised if in a few months, all 5 of the top best-selling Amiibo in Japan are from Splatoon.
Which is funny, too, because none of the Splatoon ones are in the top 10 in America.
No.
Which I think speaks more to the popularity of the Smash line than anything else, honestly.
No, I do too. Yeah. Especially because we see characters like Mega Man and Pac-Man up there in the top 10, and it's like, the American Western audiences, they really love, especially the retro type stuff like Mega Man and Pac-Man.
Although, looking at the disparity between, Japan and here, one way Nintendo could boost sales of these other more traditional characters in Japan is to, let's say, make those characters unlock costumes in Splatoon. Because
I know,
that'd be great.
Come on, why didn't they do that from the get-go?
Well, I can understand why they didn't do that from the get-go, because they want Splatoon to have its own identity, but Splatoon definitely has that at this point, and there's no reason why they couldn't just continue expanding Splatoon with more Nintendo-themed extra content purely for people who own Amiibo.
I totally agree. Hello everybody, thank you for listening to this Nintendo Week clip, NWC. If you like what you hear, please subscribe to us here on YouTube for more highlights and discussion videos from Nintendo Week podcast, or subscribe to us on iTunes for weekly breakdowns of all your Nintendo news, discussion segments on subjects, games, and more, and tons of other features. Thanks for listening, and we will see you tomorrow with another NWC.